You know I had to drop a track for my boy.
Hey, Click, where you at?
Yeah, I've been in your raps and boys out here telling favors. I'm the hardest young nigga, I ain't signed to no label. Hey, Bruce gas, but that no fights on the table. Yeah, I've been in your versus able. Smoking so much gas, you would think that shit was fatal. I'm the people's champion like Muhammad Ali. Shout out Bruce Gas, one day we gon' meet. Yeah, we gon' blow it down, we gon' smoke hella weed. Yeah, we gon' blow it down, take a hit out the Toka too. Slipping hella shots, feel like Tyson with the people. Little Glock on my side, but it hit just like Isaac Cruz. Shout out Mad Chad, real shit, that's my fucking dude. We always cooking on the panel. Strapped to my side, I ain't talking about no sandwich. Bruce passed me the blunt, I'ma light it like a candle. Ayy, non-stop bars, man, I always spit flames. Feel like Bruce Gas always got a different strain. Bitch, you ain't like me, you can never feel my pain. You win and you lose, well, this a fight game. Don't beef on the net and the shit won't change. Said that on the stream, gotta do it for the game. Said that on the stream, gotta do it for the chat. I ain't undisputed, yeah, hold on, I ain't undisputed, but I want all the straps.
Good late afternoon, early evening, whatever you want to call it. Thank you for coming by. This is Bruce Gas, boxing, jazz, and more. Impala, thank you for swinging by, my brother. Enjoying some macadamia cookies and some apple fritter. I got two strains yesterday, both kick ass. Getting in the right frame of mind here. I hope that music's not too loud. Oh, I don't even have my banner up yet. That's how unprepared I am. There we go. Gotta stay professional around here. Is that right? What is going on here, man? I don't want bands, I want calm. There we go. I'm back again. This is gonna be technically proficient doing these YouTube shows. I'm doing the best I can, and I was going to come on and do this at 8 o'clock in a couple of hours, but last night my friend 86 Boxing, very, very cool brother, he asked me if I'd go on his panel tonight. I forgot all about it. I remember him asking the question, but I don't remember when it was, but it's tonight at 8 o'clock, so a man of my word, I'm going to do that. But so many things happened on this day in boxing, and you know me, man. I'm a boxing historian, so I like to reminisce of the past. So I'm gonna bring up a few of the events that happened on this day. You know, if you go to my community page, then you see the event that I put up today. I mean, a very, very historic fight. A very, very something that woke up the boxing world. It was the Sugar Ray Leonard coming out of his second or third retirement, but Sugar Ray, he was more of a quantity. He was more of a quality fighter. He fought more quality fighters than quantity. Anybody's there? Let me know if the music is too loud in the background. I like to keep it bopping there, giving me some company. And that's actually that's a live jazz show that I'm listening to right now. Let me do another hit now. I'll tell you who we're listening to. Mike Boone Quartet. They're playing live at Smalls Jazz Club. That was last night's performance. And Mike Boone, who leads this band, is the bass player. John Bichet on the tenor sax. Fanis Atanados on the guitar. Andrew Kushner on the drums. You know, Bruce Gass is a jazz man. And just like boxing, we got the stars of the past, the guys that I cherish, the guys that are on a pedestal. The guy that's on my tumbler, my water glass, down below, Miles Davis. That was a gift from Blood Boxing Aficionada. Boxing Lounge, how are you? Susanna, thank you for coming in, my sister. But it was like I said, I was gonna go. I'm invited to go on 86 boxing tonight. I don't know what's gonna be on there, but he's kind of a little boxing whiz himself, so he's gonna have something cool. But I wanted to share the events on boxing today. Hi, my brother Skywalker, salute. My sister Susanna, thank you so much. And keep typing those comments in there, because those give us a lot of exposure. They get more people listening to us over here. And I'll tell you, man, this bud I'm hitting on right now. Look at the beauty there. I don't know if that'll focus in. But anyway, this is a real pretty indica nugget that I'm smoking here. This is the apple fritter, the 24% stuff. Real nice. You can tell it's very fresh. But today in boxing, man, like I said, man, the one I put on my page was the Sugar Ray Leonard and Donnie Lalonde fight. It was a fantastic fight, man. I was kind of in a little bit of a rut in my life, like a lot of my life was. It was really almost no different. But I was working at this bar, and everybody there's, oh no, Sugar Ray, he's gonna get killed by this kid, this guy that Donnie Lalonde. They called him the Golden Boy, and he was a Canadian. He was more like a hockey player, even boxed like a hockey player. There we go. That's right. Ricky Womack and Mark Too Sharp Johnson. Wow, man, we're gonna have some historical figures on there. So tonight, man, definitely somewhere you want to be. And we're gonna get this one up really. But this isn't gonna be a long show. Garcia, salute, brother. This isn't gonna be a long one. I just wanted to make sure we don't forget some of these historic things that happened on November 7th. The Sugar Ray Leonard fight was huge, man. The cats who I was listening to in the bar, they're telling me Donnie Lalonde is too powerful. He's been fighting too long. Sugar Ray Leonard's been retired for a year and a half, man. Hagler took it all out of him. He isn't going to be the same. And I told these cats, I said, hey, man, I said, you guys want to put your money where your mouth is? Because I do. I've seen Sugar Ray Leonard throughout his entire career, and I know he's the comeback kid. I've seen him come back from the fucking depths of despair. But anyway, man, they were all over my house that night. I had the black box was humming. It was on cable TV, so we got the thing for free. I must have had about 7 or 8 people here, all drinking Coors Light. Coors was the sponsor of the fight, and we had about 3 cases of it in the fridge. The Coca-2 was going around. Some other drugs that I'm not familiar with anymore what was happening. But watching Sugar Ray Leonard get knocked down, get up, come back, beat the shit out of Donnie Lalonde to a definitive ending. It was just incredible stuff. Incredible stuff, and it was on this day. And I'll tell you, this guitar player in the back here, man, I never heard of this guy before. His name is Panis Atanados. And man, this guy can really milk that axe. That's very impressive stuff, man. Anyway, like I said, man, on this day, that's what I wanted to talk about, all the things that happened on this day. And there was a fight, like one of the first fights I saw that made me like say, wow, 306 from the stick, salute my brother. I mean, it happened today, on this day, back in 1970. That was Carlos Monzon and Nito Benvenuti. And it was in Italy. It was on Wide World of Sports. I saw it when I was going through my historic event data today, and I said, damn, I remember that fight. That's one of my early memories. And it was live. It was from, I think it was from San Remo, Italy. It was from somewhere in Italy, but it was live on Wide World of Sports, like 5 o'clock our time was, I don't know, man, 11 o'clock or so. Time in Italy, 10 o'clock or something like that. But anyway, it kind of worked out perfectly. I saw the fight live. It was Fight of the Year in 1970, Carlos Monzon, and I couldn't believe that people were going crazy. The Italians for Nino Benvenuti and the Argentinians for Carlos Monzon. Really, I'm saying, wow, I dig this stuff, man. I said, I'm gonna start watching more of this boxing, man. And well, we haven't looked back since. In 1972, Hasim Rahman was born. Hasim Rahman came totally unexpected, knocked out Lennox Lewis. Knocked him out cold, bro. I mean, it was like, it was an incredible thing to see. Lennox Lewis was invincible. I think he had been beaten by, I think he already had a defeat. Who the hell beat him, man? Why can't I think of the name? I'll think of it in a second. You don't have to type it in. But anyway, Hasim Rahman, 51 years old today. So happy birthday, Hasim Rahman. And then on the other end of the spectrum, in 1978 on this day, Gene Tunney, former heavyweight champion of the world, the guy who's famous for the long count with Jack Dempsey. That was BBO, salute my brother, salute man. Gene Tunney died on this day. I mean, Gene Tunney was considered an elite heavyweight champion. He had some say undefeated. Maybe he had a defeat, but he was highly ranked. He was an intellectual, so the fans didn't really warm up to him. And he also beat the legendary Jack Dempsey twice, and they didn't like that either. But John Coltrane is like he's like the Muhammad Ali. He's up there with Miles Davis, man. I got so many albums and CDs by Coltrane and Miles Davis. Those are the guys that's why I cut my teeth on in jazz, man. Miles Davis especially, bro, because Cosmic One, salute my brother. When I first started listening to jazz, I was a rock man. 1-2 Kid, salute my brother. I was a rock and roll cat, man, and I transitioned over to jazz, and I used to dig the fusion stuff. And Miles had like this unbelievable jazz rock fusion. Miles even went on tour with rock bands. He opened up for like Grand Funk Railroad and but maybe Black Sabbath. But Miles was trying to expand the audience, and man, Miles playing that fusion and all the way through. And then I get into old Miles stuff. Started listening to Miles and Coltrane and Charlie Parker before that, and I mean everybody. But I mean, jazz. I think I know as much about jazz as I know about boxing. So the classic jazz in me spent many nights with the jazz and a needle and a spoon. I mean, it was a fucking crazy existence, but it was the existence that was. Daniel Berry, salute my brother. How we doing, man? But anyway, man, Gene Tunney, God rest his soul. He passed away on 1978 at 81 years old. Michael Spinks. It was his first defense of the light heavyweight title on this day against Bonzel Johnson. Michael Spinks had just defeated Eddie Mustafa Muhammad for the title. 420, salute my brother. Thank you for coming by here. The Grateful Dead, man. I was a Deadhead. I saw the Grateful Dead about 5 times, and I saw all the different offshoots, the Jerry Garcia band, and Bob Weir, and Keith and Donna. I mean, I was hanging with Deadheads. I was going on freaking 3-day acid weekends listening to nothing but Grateful Dead. I mean, dude, the Dead's a hell of a band, man. but it's funny too, when I get into the jazz, because when I get into jazz, I was like a snob. I forsaken rock and roll and folk and anything I was listening to. I was a jazz man, so I didn't want nothing but jazz being played. And then as I get into jazz more, I saw how jazz had developed with rock musicians, and how some of these rock musicians, the Grateful Dead included, man, they can jam with the jazz people. And I saw Jerry Garcia playing with Mel Saunders, and he had a sax player. I can't remember the name of the sax player, but I mean, it was heavy acid infused jazz jams, and music. It all goes hand in hand now. So I listen to all kind of stuff now. But I spent probably 7 or 8 years. But I was a jazz snob. I used to go out and buy maybe three albums a week. I have over 3,000 jazz albums on vinyl. Everything from A, Cannonball Adderley, to Z, Joe Zawinul. And man, you can put Miles, and you can put Abercrombie, you can put freaking Mahavishnu, you can put Weather Report, you can put Charlie Parker, you can put Charles Mingus. I mean, dude, I love music, man. Bitches Brew, one of the classic albums. I have one hanging up over me over here, man. It's the Jack Johnson album. And you know who else was a real jazz lover? Andrew Charles, my brother. Thank you for dropping in, man. The real jazz lover was Archie Moore. Archie Moore was a jazz man. But anyway, man, like I said, Michael Spinks, his first defense, he had a legendary career as a light heavyweight, and it was his first defense today. Yeah, this guitar player is something special here, man. I'm gonna have to listen to more of this kid. And you know whose birthday it is today, man? Born in 1994. What does that make him? 29 years old today? That would be the legendary, your man, Javante Tank Davis. Happy birthday, Tank Davis, man. We were just talking about him the other night with the Rise podcast. The boys over the Rise were over here. And it's beautiful the way they have the StreamYard set up now. We can bring these other channels onto our channels and just keep going. I can't do it right now, 420 cakes, but I'll tell you what, do me a favor, bro. Drop it in the chat below after the show goes off, and I'll check it out. Because music is so cool today. See, I haven't bought an album or a recording now. I think it was 1997 or so was when I bought my last. I don't even think it was jazz. I think it was Grateful Dead. I think it was one of the Dead and Company live when they went on tour. After Jerry died, and Bob Weir was keeping the band open with Bill Kreutzmann, and I can't remember who else was in the band. But I think that was the last CDs I bought was there, because everything you want is available on Spotify and Pandora and YouTube, and it's all free. I mean, it's like crazy, man. These artists, they have to make the music touring today, and I wish I was up enough to go out to these clubs now. But man, by the time these bands go on, at 10 o'clock, I'm ready to start stretching out, maybe get take a melatonin or whatever it may be. Now, I don't take anything for sleep. I sleep like a baby at night. Well, I have lately. But anyway, happy birthday to Javante Tank Davis today, huh? 29 years old. It's about time he fights somebody, bro. How many of these fights do we want? Bro, we've been talking about Tank Davis fighting one of the top 4 of the kings. He was one of the kings of the lightweight division, right? But they could have mixed it up, man. Yeah, 29 years old today, which is what back in the day, once you hit 30 on those lighter weights, your career started to fizzle out fast. You can Ali, 36 years old, he was done. Now 36, and they're like still contenders, for Christ's sakes. It's a whole different scene. Excuse me a minute. Let me enjoy another toke on this apple fritter here, man. This is some good stuff. It's getting me in the right frame of mind. So I'm gonna go on Josh is 86 later tonight. And check that out. Skywalker mentioned. Ricky Womack and Mark Too Sharp Johnson, man. Two fighters from my era. So that's gonna be interesting. That's at 86 Boxing. If somebody out there can drop his link in here, one of our loyal, faithful tacticians out there, man. Go over to 86's, grab his address, because we're gonna be over there talking to these cats. But we're gonna, finish up with what happened today, man. It was a lot more things happened today, man. David Hay became a heavyweight champion today, man, of all times. You remember that on a Saturday afternoon? David Hay fought the giant, the big tall crew, Nikolai Valuev. David Hay beat him on a 12-round majority decision. Always boring fights, man. But yeah, man, on this day in 2009, that's when the heavyweight division was all over the place. Some people say the worst time for heavyweights. A tragedy, though, on 2011. The great Joe Frazier passed away. And that was a sad day. Joe was only 67 years old. And, that might be old by some standards, but, I'm 68. And it's definitely not time. And, Joe, what a career, man. What a fighter. Strong as they come. I mean, truly a force to be reckoned with. If not for running into George Foreman, he might have still been champion. But I mean, he had some killer fights with Muhammad Ali. We all know that, man. But I mean, Joe Frazier winning the title from Jimmy Ellis on one of my early boxing memories. Listening to it on the radio, and hearing the news that Joe Frazier had passed away. And Joe died broke, man. Joe died kind of penniless. They kept his gym for him. One thing about Joe, man, he lost everything in bankruptcy, divorces, all kind of things that would make you cry, man. I saw a documentary on Joe, and he kept his gym. That's one thing that they did. They made sure who it was given to, or how the paperwork went. But Joe kept his gym. And there was a documentary that I watched. It was Joe. Joe lived upstairs from the gym too. He had a cot set up there and a hot plate. And he's eating a bowl of Campbell soup. And when he's talking about what we're talking about now. And you could see the wear and tear on Joe. Trying to keep the gym going, and Philadelphia is dilapidating all around him. The gym's not even up today. It's gentrification. It's become a victim of that. So, Joe Frazier, the day that he passed away, I remember it, man, and I remember just feeling a real aching in my heart, for Joe Frazier. I saw so many great wars with Joe. Joe was an amazing fighter. Joe passed away today, man. The next year, Carmen Basilio passed us on this day. Very, very eerie day in boxing. Very bittersweet. But yeah, bro, Carmen Basilio, man. The Onion Farmer fought Sugar Ray Robinson, got a victory over Sugar Ray Robinson. Got an amazing knockout where he was knocked out by Sugar Ray Robinson. It's Hall of Fame all-time poster stuff. But yep, man. And then on this day, Timothy Bradley beat Brandon Rios, retained his welterweight title, WBO welterweight title. Naoya Inoue in 2019. Inoue defeats our friend Benito Donaire. 12th round unanimous decision. Retains IBF and ring bantamweight titles and becomes a unified champ. So a lot happened on this day in boxing, man. I can't stress enough water. The Bud File, salute. How you doing tonight? Today was beautiful, man. I went for a walk this afternoon with the long sleeve t-shirt that I'm wearing now. It was too hot to even wear a sweatshirt or a sweater. It's 59 now. And it's supposed to get real cold tomorrow and the day after. But that's the way it's been all year, man. It's been up and down, 20-degree differences. That's not right. I don't know how long this world is going to be able to take that. But truly a crazy world we live in. I had a nice meal tonight. I had some shrimp in the air fryer and some sliced potatoes in the oven and a salad. It's kind of like a Caesar salad. But life is good right now. Life is good. And boxing, man. Boxing on this day, just amazing. Amazing things, man. You know, tomorrow, big heavyweight fight happened tomorrow. So don't forget to check out my community page, the On This Day page we have on here. Ant, how you doing, brother? Salute, man. Much respect to you. I appreciate you coming by on this Tuesday night, the 7th of November, man. And like I was saying earlier, man, so many fights, so many big fights, major fights happened during the week, which is just, it's not a thing today. You know, I know they were talking about the Devin Haney and the Regis fight being on a Thursday night, and people were like, oh, they're sticking with that. Man, they should try that. See, you know, I mean, that was a formula in the old days that worked. That's Mike Boone on the tenor sax. I'm sorry, man. John Bichet on the tenor sax. You know, jazz is like boxing, man. There's so many. Thank you, and I appreciate that. Hey, Hardcore, how you doing, my brother? Thank you for coming by, man. I was just kind of going through what happened today in boxing. And just digging on a little bit of jazz right now, smoking some of my herbal medication here. I usually do the Green Dragon tincture. I got that in front of me too, but see, the problem when I do the Green Dragon, excuse me, I just got a text. Let me check it out, man. That's how people get in touch with me now. I hear the phone ring, I like, ooh, who the hell's that, man? I'd rather get a text. And it's like, if it's important, text me to say call me, because a lot of times I can't. Oh, man. That's my brother D Styles, man. Am I free? Yeah, I'm free Thursday. Oh, wait a minute, man. We'll have to take that by ear. Good possibility of that, my brother. Peace. Yeah, that's this YouTube world that we live in, man. You know, it's like we have so many connections out there, and it's such a great world of boxing. It's, you know, there's so many different guys who do this YouTube stuff. I guess the word for us is content creators. I never quite could get used to that. It almost sounds too professional. But man, I'll tell you, this bud smells so good. But it's almost like a little community. And it's funny because I got everybody's number, and we text back and forth. And like I said, that was my brother D Styles. I was trying to call somebody for him. He wanted to get in touch with a fighter, and he just gave me a little call back on it, and he asked me if I was busy on Thursday night. He does the round table, and it's always an honor to be on there. And you know, it's got some shit going down in the next couple of days, but I'm gonna try to get on there, and like I said, after I get off here tonight, go to see my brother 86 Knockout 86, man. He's doing a show, and he's got Ricky Bomack on there, and he's got Mark Two Shop Johnson on there, and these are the blasts from the past. You know, it's like the jazz. See this stuff right here. This was live last night. You know, Mike Boone, John Bichet, and Fanis Atenodos, and Andrew Kushner. I never heard of these cats. These are all new jazz musicians, and they're not new because they're like as old as me. But see, I was, you know, when you get into something, when I do, it's like a head first thing. You're totally immersed in it, and I always dig the jazz, but I haven't been following it like I used to. So these, you know, it's creeping up on me. Just like if you stop watching boxing, that's going to creep up on you, and you got to stay on top of it. And these are the cats, because it's funny. This jazz club, it's called Smalls. It's in Greenwich Village in New York City. I've seen cats like George Coleman, who was a saxophone player for Miles Davis. And I mean, George Coleman is a living legend. I've seen him there fronting bands, and I've seen David Liebman, another Miles alumni. It seems like anybody who was anything in jazz was a Miles alumni. Dre Finest, my brother, salute, my man. Thank you for coming by. I know Dre Finest is a jazz man. Big Unk there, man. He knows his chops. He knows what's going on. Like I was talking about transferring my record album, my album collection down there. Like find out how much it would cost to get it there. I mean, damn, it's almost as much as taking a fucking bus ride down yourself. Probably even more. Probably more. Because the albums are heavy, man. When I look at them and I start lifting them up and stuff, and you have to ship them, you have to shrink wrap them and ship them so they don't get warped and shit. You know, the best thing to do is if you're passing by, anybody you know passing through Rhode Island and they got a good back, because I got about a 100-yard walk up to the street. You can put them in milk cartons or something. But like I said, I got a ton of jazz. Jazz was my thing. It's like a boxing magazine collection. You know, it would probably mean a lot to some people. And I tried to sell it once. The guy didn't want to give me what I wanted for it. I just gave up on that. And, you know, if anybody would appreciate it, we'll get it to you. You dig? Another guy that I know, man, who I was going to give it to, and he, you know, I told him what it would cost is Nate Campbell. Everybody knows Nate Campbell, bro. Fucking Hall of Famer himself. But you know, when I was kind of doing a thing like this, and he saw it. Oh, I'll take him. And I said, Nate, you know, there's 3,000 albums there. I went to UPS, and they told me by the foot, shrink wrapped on a pallet, blah 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 blah, and it was a lot of money, though, bro. It was a lot of dough, but is the life of a jazz man. That's why vinyl is obsolete now, because you can transfer that. You can transfer those 3,000 albums in seconds with electronic music. And I don't know, people say it doesn't sound as good. I think it sounds just as good. And I've been, I used to spend $90 on a stylus for my turntable. $100 on just a little needle, little freaking little needle that went in a cartridge, then went on a stylus for a turntable. We were kind of like audiophiles. It had to be just right, and you wouldn't. Nobody would talk when music was on. It was a weird existence. Now they put the earbuds in, they can be shooting fireworks off in the yard, and it ain't gonna bother me a bit, man. It's a whole fucking different world that we live in, and that's boxing too. I talk about the old fights, man. We got fights coming on this weekend. When is James Toney? James Toney is going to be fighting Donovan Razor Ruddock. Yeah, I always hear vinyl's making a comeback, man. I've heard that. See, my wife even went out and bought me a turntable one year for Christmas or my birthday or something like that. They're within a few days of each other. But I told her, I said, baby, it's not. I don't want to get up and take an album off and put it on. And it's obsolete. It really, to me, it doesn't sound any. It doesn't have that special sound. Some people think it does, and hey, man, I'm not going to tell you it doesn't. If you think it does for sure, bro. But for me, it doesn't. For me, those earbuds, that's like Bose 501s inside your head, man. I mean, dude, when I had my system here, I had a pair of speakers that I built. I had the 15-inch JBLs on the bottom. I had the Electro Voice mid-range, piezo tweeters, Voice of the Sound crossovers. I mean, I built these suckers myself, and just the guts cost me like $150 each speaker. So I could only imagine. I ended up giving them to this dude that when I was into when I had my nutrition store, this guy that I was training. He was in a band, and I told him, I said, hey, man, I got these speakers. They're as big as a freaking cigarette machine. It's almost a cigarette machine. I said, they're big. They're like a condom machine. Oh, but anyway, man, he came down. He put them in the back, and he's in his band. I went to see his band one time at a club after I gave them to him. And he's got them as his kind of like a monitor thing. And they, they're professional grade. They got big jacks in the back. When I used to play them, I used to rattle the freaking house with them, man. And I used to jam too. My friends of mine who jammed with me would come down. They'd plug into my amplifier, and it went right through to the speakers. And I mean, dude, we had, it was top grade sound. But like I said, now you got surround sound for $150. You got these little speakers the size of a fucking pack of Marlboros that sound as good as the Bose 901s. So it's like a whole different era. I hear you, Dre Finest. I'm not good at talking. You know what I found in my on Google the other day, man? I found it by mistake, but then one of my, hey, Electro Jed, how you doing, my brother? Peace to you, man. Thank you for coming by, man. Electro Jed, good brother out there, man. Hang in there, man. I seen your show today. Welcome back to your YouTube audience, or your audiences. Welcome you back. Even Nick Smith jumped on there. I thought that was funny as hell. He didn't stay too long. I didn't think he would, man. You're not going anywhere. It's the same microphone. You're in the same, but yet you don't feel comfortable over there. I guess he feels more comfortable in the tavern. And I guess they got shut down last night for playing copywritten music. And Chad caught wind of that. That was his only rule in there. There was no rules except you cannot play fucking music. He was pissed when it was played last time, and sure enough, somebody did it again last night, and he shut down that 30-month-old freaking stream. It was Electro Jet. I suggest as soon as I saw it, it says click the link, McSmith. Click the link, and he did. But he didn't have any piss in him. That wasn't Nick Smith in the raw. That was a very subdued Nick Smith. Rules. It's bro. We live in a society of rules. But it's all good, bro. It's all good. And where was I going with this? I know where I was going. Not for another hit. and I was gonna blow my nose too. I showed you my what I do with the Kleenex, didn't I? See, this is, I take the old box up here and I put the rubber bands on there and rubber band it to the new box. So it's like a wastebasket and Kleenex all in one, so I can clean the schnoz and throw it away all in one container. Pretty smart, huh? I saw that on the other night. Every channel is different but the same. But yeah, I can see it, you know. Some people belong in a freaking men's only bar, and some people belong in a lounge, a cafe. The Mocha 2, I only use it for my shows because, see, I got the Green Dragon. I got a bottle that's almost, it's got like a day's use in there. I got a full bottle here. But, see, when I do my shows, I gotta be quiet for 30 seconds. I know it's not a big thing. Stay up. Yeah, Dre, you're on the third shift, huh, man? I've done it a couple of times in my life, and I could never get used to it. You know, when I had the weekends, it would fuck me up, and I was always mad at people, man. You know, and I don't know, it just wasn't for me. But hey, you got to go where the bread is. And which is what I did, and you got to do what you love. When I worked at communications, it was a 24-hour operation, and we just had to always be there, no holidays. The same thing in the medical industries, man. There's no 24/7, man. You know, just because it's Christmas, same thing happens. You still have to take care of people, and the people that are in there, they're there to turn over a buck. You know, I mean, that's the way it is in life, bro. You gotta do what you gotta do. Hey, you know, speaking of that, you know what I got the other day, man? My friend Remy. I know Remy's not out there, man, but Remy sends me stuff. Remy's an amazing guy. And he's got a lot of resources at his disposal. He sends me some cars and, you know, from Franklin Mint, brand new ones, man, you know, brand new in the box, directly from the mint. Remy's got something going on. He sends me knives too. Send me a couple of really beautiful ones. He sent me this one yesterday. Get a detail on that. Look at that sucker, man. And it's also, you know, it's very handy. It's like cut yourself a slice of throat kind of a knife. It's probably even legal. I didn't measure it, but no, that's not 4 inches. That's too easy. But yeah, man, this is a beautiful fucking pocket knife. Really, you know, you have to cut some rope or anything, man. It's not a stabber, that's for damn sure. But you probably shave with the fucking thing. But anyway, shout out to my brother Remy, man. Remy's a fucking unbelievable guy. He's too kind for his own good. I'm much too rotten to dump something nice like that on. I showed it to my friends today, and they're like, whoa. And I said, here, go cut yourself a slice of throat. And it's that kind of a knife. Maybe I can use it to do a little trimming around the ears or something, man. I'm getting a couple of texts here. So let me just see who's calling. What time is good? Is it 6:40. Yeah, 6:48. Yeah, give me a call. See, that's much better than a conversation these days. Everything can be handled with a text. You don't even have to type. See, I can't. That's the thing. I'm a really good typer, but I'd much rather use this voice shit going on. Use it with the phones. Haynes, how you doing, my brother? I might have to change the water in this toker. I haven't hit it heavy duty because this apple fritter, it's one of those high potency THC reefers. I think it's got 24%, and it's got a fucking taste to it. Like I can see why they call it apple, because it does have that citrusy. Remy, my brother, I was just talking about you, bro. Just talking about you, my brother. Just showing off my little gift, telling people what a great guy you were, man. Saying this is not a stabber. This is a slicer. This is a one and done kind of a fucking knife, you know. But now that you can see it, now that you can see me, thank you, my brother. Demetrius Bright. Salute to my brother Demetrius Bright out there, man. Thank you for coming in. Demetrius always supporting the channel, man. Supporting the channel. You know, I hate to call myself the channel, but you know, that's what they do. I guess it sounds kind of fucked up when you say thank you for supporting me. Well, thank you for supporting the channel. I'm like in a third person kind of a world, man, you know. Some awesome drumming on here. Who's that on drums? I have to take a quick look over there. Because like I said, man, these new jazz cats, I know them almost as well. I know the new boxes, which is which is nada. Let's see, Andrew Kushner on the drums. Who does he sound like? I heard some Art Blakey in there. I think he's still in the middle of his solo. Very complex. But yeah, man, this herb is really getting me ready. I'm looking really forward to going and seeing Rick Womack and Too Sharp Johnson, talking some boxing with these cats. And I'm sure I'm gonna do that show over here too. We're gonna share the stream, keep it over here, and we'll keep the good rhythm going. A great day for boxing. I'm gonna go through it again before I go off here for the cats that are in here, man. Because I'll catch you on the playback. How many lives do you play back? I don't play back too many of them, you know. I'll be honest with you. And I very rarely say catch on a playback. If I do, I will. But you know, today on this day, man, great fight that kind of introduced me to boxing other than heavyweights. And that was Carlos Monzon and Nino Benvenuti in Italy on this day in 1970 when I was like 16 years old. And I was cruising, baby. Hasim Rahman, happy birthday today to you, my brother. Gene Tunney passed away today in 1978. A great fight that I remember on this day, Donnie Lalonde and Sugar Ray Leonard. Gervonta Davis, happy birthday for you today, man. 29 years old. Joe Frazier passed away on this day in 2011 at 67 years old. You know, Joe Frazier had throat cancer, liver cancer, I believe. He had cancer. Cancer sucks, man. But even like some of the places I go, the blood centers, it says Cancer Research Center. And it's like, oh, what an encouraging fucking thing to name a building, you know? But yeah, man. The next year, Carmen Basilio passed away. So remember, man, this day, 11/7, a lot of good shit happened in boxing. Nelly Content, my brother, salute, man. And remember, man, go over to Knockout Boxing, Knockout 86. Let me go find his his channel. I'll put it up there. Yeah, let's see. Knockout 86. I think that's it. 'Cause a lot of cats go by Knockout 86, so I'm gonna make sure I got the right one. The fuck? How did I get there? They brought me to my channel, the customization page. Here we go. Knockout 86. Is that the guy or is it the other guy? No, that's my other brother, Knockout 86, man. There's a couple of them out there. This is Josh. Let me find his channel because we definitely don't want to miss that. Knockout Boxing 86. Will this be the one that will take me there? I gotta go look for this because it's not coming up on my regular thing. I'm sure I'm on my channels, but you know I'm subbed to like, I don't know, man, 600 channels or something. So I gotta go through my list of channels and see if I can find them. Man, I'm subbing. I should go in there and unsub to a lot of the channels I don't go to anymore, but there it is. There it is. Let me find this. He's got his thumb up. Yeah, he's got his thumb up for tonight already, man. Oh no, that's the Connecticut Hall of Fame. I wanted to go to that too, man. That's in another week. But there's some shit going down. Okay, yeah, here's the show tonight. Tell him, Nelly. Appreciate that, man. Smash that like. Did you say that when people on you on a video on YouTube for us to see to build up the? I don't know, bro. You know, because there's a lot of people that really take this shit seriously, and there's a lot of people that are realists about it. And you know, you got to be able to know the reals from the guys who are just building it up. Hey, Blood, how you doing, my brother? So you never know on here, but I'll tell you, a lot of these cats, I think they're really fucking they're playing games, they're talking, you know, all this tough guy shit, and they know it's not like that in the ring. I mean, if it was, we'd see fucking grudge matches happening in the ring, like the fight that's coming up, man, with Regis Progress and Devin Haney Jr. We got Progress strength and conditioning coach, and I've met the guy a couple of times, and he's been on the show here. His name is Evans Tobler, and the dude is fucking he's a competitive athlete. He's been on Olympic level sprinting teams, and long jump teams. He was a competitive bodybuilder, NPC level, and I know what they have to put their bodies through and the sacrifices. And so this guy's got the head of a fucking warrior. He's a competitor, and he's a strength and conditioning coach now. He's trying to work exclusively with boxers, and he's working right now with Regis Prograis. And he's not just doing in the gym strength and conditioning. He's going to the press conferences and to the fighter meetings. He's really infused himself with the players in the camp. And him and Bill Haney, I mean, I wish I could find the I should not learn a little bit more how to save this stuff, because I get shit that comes up in convos, some real classic stuff. And this dude Devins, tennis okay? Yeah, tennis fine. Tennis fine. See you then, my brother. Ten is usually fine, unless I'm walking the dog, that is. I do like to go for those walks out there. It's so beautiful. Today was freaking gorgeous, and everything's dying. The leaves on the trees, they're all really falling down. Nelly, I do what I do, man. I appreciate it, bro. And there's so much out here. Maybe if I came around 10 years ago, back in blood boxing days, I could have got together with some of those cats and we could have done something. But right now, man, YouTube channels, we're like dime a dozen. Some of these cats, they take this so serious, bro. They take this like they're working at ABC's Wide World of Sports. And I see guys getting fucking sweaty before the camera goes on and everything else, and they're trying to make sure they get it. Bro, this is fucking YouTube, man. This is Clown Central. You can do some amazing things on here, but don't take yourself too seriously. Go with the ride, man. Go with the ride, bro. I mean, there's so many. We can bring exposure on it. That's why I love talking to some of these fighters, these blast from the past, because I tell them right now. I say, bro, people are forgetting about you, and I don't want to let that happen. I'm like, let's come on here. Well, a lot of them, how much am I going to get? I'm like, man, I wish I could give you money, but I don't have any money. And right now it's in infancy. We can see if anybody will donate to you, but I can't make any promises. And I've had a couple of them that got a little bit pissed off because nobody donated. And I'm like, hey man, it's a pretty sorry world when we're panhandlers on here. We gotta fucking beg for donations and refresh my super chat and all this other bullshit. I mean, really, I truly have a love for this sport, and I'm not here to make anything out of it. And like Remy sending me this and grabbing a few super chat cash apps once in a while. That's great. That makes me feel like I'm doing something. It gives me a desire to keep doing it. But the comments do it even more. The subs do it even more. Shit like that. That's what I like. It's when I do something people listen to. And it's like too bad. I've already been on here for an hour today, and I pretty much said all I wanted to say. Maybe I should just kind of warm up for an hour and then do the show. Because blood, you would have dug this today, man. I went to my Ring Book of Records, and on this day, man, a lot of shit went down, bro. A lot of shit in the boxing world went down. I was a part of several of them, and I had some great memories, and some great losses to share on this day. So the algorithm game. Yeah, it's funny because I've been making these shorts, man, and I don't even know how to make a short. What I do is I just take my phone and I put it on movie thing. I make a little recording of a fight and I just talk about it in the background. And especially one that happened on this day, because we just had the Fan Man happen. We had Ray Leonard happen today. And every day it's another one, man. Tomorrow was the great the rematch with Evander Holyfield and Michael Mora. And if you didn't see that fight, man, you take a look at Evander Holyfield. People say Evander's on juice. That was when he was on his max right there. He walked in that ring, and I was watching it, and I was into bodybuilding back then too. I was selling the nutritional supplements, whether they be legal pharmaceutical, natural, whatever it may be. I was involved in the game. And Evander walked in there, and he looked like he's getting ready to do a fucking Olympic competition. He looked like ready to go on stage, and he was just an unbelievable mass monster on that night. Bullied Michael Mora all over the place. Beat his ass up, man. And Mora, ever the defiant one, didn't want to hear it. Flip Homensky was the ringside physician, my favorite doctor at ringside. And Mora's in Flip Homensky's face after getting knocked down 5 times and having his face rearranged by Evander Holyfield, who was riding the crest, probably juicing his brains out. But he was cashing in titles again at 35 years old, man. You know, he was what was he, 35 or 45? I'm not sure, man. I think it was 35. You know, because I'm starting to give these guys too much credit in my own head for the age thing. But yeah, man, like I said, there was so much that happened today, Blood. Joe Frazier passed away. And anybody who is a lover of the classic heavyweight boxing has to remember that, man. You know, the great Joe Frazier. But anyway, guys, I'm starting to repeat myself now. I know I'm going to go on in another hour with 86 Boxing, the sharpest boxing podcast, interview panel, and I want to go do a little bit of research on Ricky Womack, make sure my facts on Mark Two Shop Johnson are down. I don't want to sound like a casual in there, which I kind of air anyway. You know, man, that's the way it is. When I go around the guys like Blood Boxing, the late Curtis Anderson, Scrapbook, the Boxing Librarian, I'm a casual, bro. I'm a casual, man. But I'm learning, bro. I'm learning and I'm token. So it's time to change the bong water, refresh my memory, and let me put that link in one more time. I don't know if it goes in clickable through Showtime, through StreamYard like it does through YouTube. Yeah, I think it did. I think you can click that. But that's where I'm going. Change the bong water, get myself a little more familiar with Mark Two Shop Johnson and Ricky Womack. I think you're gonna dig that one, Blood, man. You know, maybe I can get you a spot on the panel over there. So definitely join us there in about an hour. I'm gonna do what I gotta do, and thank you much for coming by here. In the meantime, like I always do, man. My buddy 150, man. You know him as Big Say So. Okay, guys, you can take a break. Big Say So. He put this together for me. I don't know, man, a year and a half ago or something like that, and I use it. So thank you so much, man. This is Bruce Gas, Boxing, Jazz, and more. I'm out of here, man. Peace.
Shout out Bruce Gas, aka Toka 2. You know I had to drop a track for my boy.
Hey, where you at?
Yeah, I've been in your wrestling boys out here telling favors. I'm the hardest young nigga, I ain't signed to no label. Hey, Bruce Gas putting them fights on the table. Calling that boxing since Kane versus Abel. Smoking so much gas, you would think that shit was fatal. I'm the people's champion like Muhammad Ali. Shout out Bruce Gas, one day we gon' meet. Yeah, we gon' blow it down, we gon' smoke hella weed. Yeah, we gon' blow it down, take a hit out the Toka 2. Slipping hella shots, feel like Tyson with the people. Little Glock on my side, but it hit just like Isaac Cruz. Shout out Mad Chad, real shit, that's my fucking dude. We always cooking on the panel. Strapped to my side, I ain't talking about no sandwich. Bruce passed me the blunt, I'ma light it like a candle. Ayy, non-stop bars, man, I always spit flames. Feel like Bruce Gas always got a different strain. Bitch, you ain't like me, you can never feel my pain. You win and you lose, well, this the fight game. Don't beef on the net and the shit won't change. Said that on the stream, gotta do it for the game. Said that on the stream, gotta do it for the chat. I ain't undisputed. Yeah, hold on, I ain't undisputed, but I want all the straps.